Everybody, welcome to your first recruiter training. Goal of this training is to take a look at job ads and figure out what we can do better in terms of the content of the ads, the structure of the ads, and what new information we can add to the ads to make them more effective. So, we have worked with many recruiters over the last 2 years, and we have found that an average recruiter will get 20, 30 payrolls, but expert recruiters will get 40 or 50 payrolls in the month. And today's training is going to cover job ads. Basically, how can the average recruiter use job ads and become capable of using them in a way that an expert recruiter, like an expert recruiter, to get more leads. So, what is the difference between firstly a standard recruiter and then an expert recruiter, right? An average or standard recruiter is informing the candidates about the job. So, they are sharing basic details like the role, what is the salary, their contact number, the qualification required for the jobs, and they will share this message maybe 1 or 2 times per mandate. But an expert recruiter will market the job, so they are going to include certain messages in the job ad to build trust. For example, this is a free job, we will not charge you for applying for this job. They will describe the job very attractively, and they will share the job ads more times. So, not just once or twice per mandate, but many, many times. So, basically, now that we know what an expert recruiter does and what an average recruiter does, now we'll go into it in a bit of depth and understand what are the specific things we can do and improve our skills, right? So, today we are going to focus on one very common tool which all recruiters use, which is your WhatsApp, right? So rather than, I know that everybody already uses job portal, they use field channels, they're using Facebook, but we are going to take the example of a WhatsApp status and WhatsApp message. The funda is the same. You can use it on all channels. Once you understand what differences to make in the job ad, you can make these differences in all the channels. So we have seen that why are we only focusing on WhatsApp? Because we have seen that job portals offer a pre-made template already many times for you. So you don't have to make a job ad from the beginning. Field posters are also typically made by a marketing team or managers. And the tips that we have for WhatsApp, like I said, will apply to all the channels. So I just want to know from you, what channels do you typically use for sourcing your candidates?
Right now we are using this FMCG, then banking, sir. These tools only we are working, sir.
So can you tell her what are the different channels that we use?
Sir,
So
for yeah, ma'am.
yes, so for example, you might use Apna, you might use some other databases, you might go to field and use posters, or you go physically to pan shops, chai shops. So how are the different ways in which you are recruiting, sourcing candidates?
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, for this now, for FMCG, I am doing for this now field work only, ma'am. So I am taking the print from for this now job details. I am taking the print. I am pasting this now shops, key shops, and distributor points.
Hmm.
So some train, railway station, some bus stand. This type of location, I go and pasting the posters.
Okay.
After that, I get the call. I will convert the candidates, ma'am. After that, I will get the reference. So
Hmm.
reference now already working now. Some candidate already working in the same companies. So
Hmm.
I am speaking to them and collect the reference also.
Understood. Understood.
So then finally, actually, I am having some WhatsApp group also.
Yeah.
So I am putting the WhatsApp message.
Okay.
And
Understood.
also now and also I am having some free job portal, Indeed, Quick, Shine. This free poster also having. I am posting free poster also. So
Understood.
that is also I am converting the candidates.
So
So
basically, you are
majorly,
using a mix
mm,
of all channels.
yeah, ma'am. Maximum I will get the candidate from the WhatsApp group. Actually, I have some 100 plus WhatsApp group having. for the Tamil Nadu. Actually, I am taking care of Tamil Nadu. So
Yeah.
I am having 100 plus WhatsApp group. So whichever location we are having the opening, I am sending the WhatsApp groups.
Okay, very
Then
interesting.
if
You have
I am
100
not
plus
getting any
WhatsApp groups
candidate,
only for Tamil Nadu?
Yes.
yeah,
Wow.
yes. If I am
Okay.
not getting any candidates,
Yeah.
after that I will
After that, you will go to other channels. So maybe after that, you go to your Shine and your Apna and
call to already working, already call to them. Then I
yeah.
will collect the reference.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Not
Thank you so
any
much for
candidate.
sharing
Then I
with
am posting
us.
the. Then I am post.
Sorry, go ahead, please.
Yeah, ma'am.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
if I am not getting any candidates, then I am posting the Shine. This is not
Hmm.
free posting now, ma'am. That I will post it.
Hmm.
After that, I will take the Naukri also, ma'am. Some help. Actually,
सर सेम ही है लाइक सोर्सिंग मेरे जॉब पोर्टल्स प्लस व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप ही से करता हूँ एंड इसके अलावा कैंडिडेट रेफरेंसेस और चैलेंजेस तो अभी मैन जो चैलेंजेस है वो डेटाबेस पे ही है
Correct. Okay. Very, very
तो
good to hear from
some locations
very good to hear from both two people in the room. Basically, we have seen ki WhatsApp is the a big source of candidates because WhatsApp
right
gives you most number of interested candidates. And then if
right
you're not getting in WhatsApp, then you go to field or you go to portals or you go to other channels, right? So we are going to focus on WhatsApp today, but you can use these tips and tricks in all the channels whenever you make a job ad. So you can see on this slide that there is a typical WhatsApp message that any recruiter would have given that there is urgent hiring for a promoter, salary is 10,000 to 12,000, 10th pass and above can apply, and location is New Delhi. What do you think you can add to this ad to improve it? So what more details can you provide? Let's hear from somebody new in the room.
Actually, it's a recruitment that the working method is 3 months, 3 months once that model will be changed, madam. Actually, it's a
Hmm.
recruitment thing. Okay, we are create the example. We started in one WhatsApp group. We'll
Yeah.
created minimum 6 months or 8 months. That group will be completely inactive only. We don't have any requirement. That group will be inactive only.
Hmm.
After that, I'll posting some requirement. Maximum we have a 700, 800 plus means 150, 200 active candidate will be there.
Hmm.
Then I can change the some model also. Some free subscription now. Now we some portal is given some free subscription like
Yes.
Apna and Hire. We have a ID card. We have a offer letter. Once I
Yes.
upload, no, they will give the profile for every day 3 to 4 and 6 to 7. They will give the free profile.
Understood.
Yeah.
I have one more question for you, which
Yes.
is you can see that there is a WhatsApp message on your screen on the left side.
Yeah.
So it is saying that there's urgent hiring for promoter and it is sharing some minimum education, salary, and New Delhi location.
Yes.
What more can you add to this sort of message to make it more relevant and interesting for your candidates?
What
do you think is missing?
It's company JD which that JD will missing. In case I'm putting only for salary 10,000 to 12,000, then
Yeah.
10th standard and above, they need a which kind of job? They need
Right.
which kind of job?
Correct. So basically you said company and JD, right?
Yes.
So JD is missing which job and which company. Okay.
Then mobile number also. Actually, this slide is only not showing the mobile number, no, madam?
Yeah.
Okay.
So mobile number is.
So Anuj, I'm just stopping this. So technically, what we do, so
Yeah.
this is the groups that have been created
Yes.
every state-wise, and this is how we post and we get the replies when you have all the details of the candidate coming in. Now
Right.
in this group, these are predominantly male candidates and
Yes.
across the state.
Okay, understood. So basically, want to get some a couple of more things. I understand that you're already using a template, but just because you have a template doesn't mean it is perfect. So we all want to keep improving our templates also. because whether for men or women, it is important to have certain number of details. Now think about it from the candidate's point of view, right? If I am staying in, say, I'll give you a Bangalore example. If I'm staying in Kadubisanhalli and the job is in Electronic City, then is the candidate always going to be interested or not interested?
You asking for only that opening location, sir, ma'am?
Yeah,
It's a we have a requirement. No, we have
yeah,
a which location requirement. That requirement only add in this text, madam. Yeah,
exactly. So
yeah,
you will add the exact location.
yeah. In case upcoming, we have any plan in upcoming location also, we will add. In case candidate was interested, they will reply on this text. Once I'll get the requirement, that time that candidate
Hmm.
CVs will use, madam. Yeah,
Understood.
yeah.
Okay, good to know. So basically, we are talking about, we saw this ad first, which talked about just the role, salary, contact number, location, etc. But you can add a couple of more details which are interesting to the candidate, especially what is your shift timing? Is it going to be day shift, night shift job, or is it fixed timing job? What is your exact location? Because especially for big cities like Bangalore, Mumbai, Delhi, the city is so big that it matters which part of the city the job is in, right? And if we are talking about it from point of view of women, the location matters a lot, because they will have to think about how to reach the job location and how to go back home from the location. So they might prefer the jobs which are nearer to them or which have more public transport. So typically, the idea is, what does an expert recruiter do? So if you look at this same ad which is on your screen, but on the right side now, you will see that the recruiter has added a couple of more things, right? So number one, they have added that it is a free job for both women and men. Then second thing they have done is, they are not just writing the CTC. They are writing that it is 11,000 in hand, plus there is PF component, plus there is ESIC component. Then, like you mentioned, they are sharing details about the JD. So it is a promoter role, right? Even within the promoter role, many candidates might not know exactly what the role is. So they are giving a description. So they are saying this is a promoter role, and promoter will stack the shelves and explain the product to customers. Then they are talking about qualifications, 10th pass, but they are adding one very important line, which is freshers can also apply. So here are some interesting things that you can add to the message. What more do you think you can add to this message?
Ma'am, are you searching a job? We are giving the good opportunity. First, we are
Yeah.
putting this title.
Yeah.
So, if you are interested, please contact.
Okay.
Then
So
actually, if we are mentioned in the JD, in the
yeah,
WhatsApp, no one will not consider, ma'am. In the JD, they will not see, ma'am.
right. So you have
Simple,
to.
short and simple message only they are consider in the WhatsApp.
Okay, so you're saying instead of sharing the JD, you have to add in the message itself what is the job, what is the company.
What is the job? What is the company? Are you interested? We are giving the good opportunity to you.
Hmm.
So if you are need the more detail, please contact.
Yeah.
So if they are called to na, then only we will find out if they are interested or they are not interested. That we will find out. After that, I will check the candidate. If you are interested, you will share your resume. So if
Absolutely. I have a question for you.
mm,
If you were a candidate,
mm,
candidate will be part of like your WhatsApp group. He will have
mm,
WhatsApp groups from other companies as well, right? So he will also be
mm.
part of multiple WhatsApp groups. So why will he choose to respond to your ad and not to somebody else's ad?
No, actually, what happened? They are searching some field. Actually, I am putting the FMCG company. Some
Yeah,
candidate checking FMCG company. Some candidate checking banking field. Okay,
understood. So my
if
question is simple. So
mm,
assume that Mr. Money and you are both recruiting for FMCG. You are both putting very similar job ad. for the same job. So how will the candidate decide whether to respond to you or whether to respond to Mr. Money? Who will he go with?
No, if candidate want the job now, so if anyone putting the message, they will consider. They need the job, definitely they will call to both.
Right, but candidate can only call one person. Who will he call first? Will he call you or will he call Mr. Money first?
Selvam, I think what Anuja is trying to say is, what if Mr. Money is from another staffing company?
Yeah.
He is a competition for you.
Yes.
Okay. But that candidate now has to decide between your competition and you, who should he go with?
Actually,
In that text message, in mentioning our company name, madam, like the reference name,
maybe.
like before one day, first message, once receiving that candidate, no, that candidate converting in first message only, no, madam.
So you are saying that because has a good reputation, the candidate is trusting, correct?
Yeah.
Understood. Okay. Anything else that we can add to the job, to this description?
Yes, anyone can add.
We can add age limit and
Correct.
mandatory things.
Age limit and?
Yeah, from which age to which age there is mandatory, no? From
Right.
like 21 to 30, like that, we have to add that column also.
Okay. Understood. So we can add age limit.
Yeah,
Should we also add about work experience? Like you want
yeah,
experienced candidate or not? For example, you want candidate with fresher who is a fresher, or you want candidate with 2 years of experience. Is that also important?
yeah. We have to add that also. Minimum 6 months to 2 years, like that. That column also mandatory.
Do you think if we mention that it is a free job, will more candidates apply if they think they don't have to pay to you for the job?
No, actually, we are mentioned free job. That's after that only they are
Correct. So you're
contact.
already mentioning that it's a free job.
Yeah.
Okay. Understood. Are there any things that you
No,
are already
actually,
mentioning which are not there on this message? Like you said, free job.
yeah, that's it, ma'am. We are mentioned. This is only.
That's it? Okay, great. So a couple of more things that we can mention are on the left side. You can read it.
Yeah. Informs candidate about the job. Share detailed job information.
Yeah.
Name of the job role, salary, contact number, and name of the recruiter.
Yes.
Experience, education, job
Yes.
location, job timing.
Yes.
Share job JD twice
Twice
per
per month.
mandate.
So this is the job ad, which is basically just this message. We are missing two things right now, at least the slide that we have, right? I'm just going to go back to it. I think we are missing two things here. One is the timings, right? Because maybe some people are not okay with working night shift. Maybe some people are not okay with working like rotational shift and they want steady job. What else do you see in job roles? For example, if you are pitching a lot of BFSI sales, right?
Yeah,
So,
ma'am.
are there any additional details that you share with your candidate that you think are important? Suppose you are filling a mandate and you want to fill jobs where person has to travel and sell credit cards to people within the branch range. So, what are the things that you will check with the candidate?
Document wise, it will check, madam. It's a like field executive means document required. That point also it will consider.
Okay.
Document required document. Simple. Okay, document required.
Okay. What else? So, what does a field executive do day to
They have
day?
a sorry. The document required.
Yes.
It's a basic so that it's a KYC. It's almost a candidate will carrying. Then one more additionally like driving license, KYC, and driving license and
Yes.
education like mark sheet. That basics things.
Correct. So
Yeah.
do you think that all the candidates have a driving license?
No, some candidate have, some candidate not have.
Do you think that maybe if we mention this in the job ad, then only
Yeah,
candidates with the driving license will apply?
I think the candidate, if you have any driving license, they will apply. If they don't have a driving license, they will not apply. Simple.
Correct. But for
Yeah,
that, your message has to say driving license needed.
driving license. Yeah, needed.
Then one more question. This you said you need driving license and this is a sales role, field sales role, correct?
Yes.
So they will need to drive the some bike or scooty around. Should you also check for that, or is that
Yeah, yeah.
something?
They need also bike also
No, we will update bike and license mandatory.
mandatory. Yeah, that both is
Both is we
compulsory.
will update.
Yeah.
Okay. So both are mandatory.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a very good point. Anything
Then
else?
then some people are asking, you have in a company said they have some texted like you have any accommodation like that, but we
Mm-hmm.
don't have accommodation. No, that's why that different client of giving some supports. That one also I can mention, ma'am. Yeah,
And,
like
and also they are asking this is off role or on role job.
Correct.
so that's the point.
Off roll and on roll. Correct. So both of these are very good points. So I just want to go through this list again. You can share the JD. You can share which job, what is the job role, and what is the company. You can share the exact location of the job. You can also share that in addition to this job, there is some upcoming location where you are also hiring. Then you can mention that, we are giving this good opportunity to you and you can contact us for details. Then you can mention details about requirements like age limit, what is the experience required, what is the education required, then what are the documents that might be required. If there is a driving license or bike requirement, you can mention that also. Then you are talking a little bit about the job, right? So then you're talking about it's a free job, this is the timings, this is the salary, they might provide accommodation support, is it on roll or off roll, all of these are about the job, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So basically you can think about it in three buckets. One is you're giving a lot of details about the job, then you are giving details about the requirement, and then you're giving little bit of details about yourself, right? About your staffing company, about that it is a good opportunity, your number, etc. Correct? So I'm just going to move on. We already discussed that standard recruiter already mentions a lot of these things. Now, an expert recruiter is adding some more details in addition to the points that we covered. Some of these points we have discussed, some of these points maybe we have not discussed. So I just want to go through them again. You can see the job ad on the right hand side on your screen. It says free job for women and men. Then it gives salary breakup and describes the job role, location, qualifications, and the other details. What is one interesting thing about this message, which your previous message or the messages you are using does not have?
Yeah, woman can apply. That is missing.
Women can apply is missing. Okay. What are the other things that your interesting things that you can see in this job ad? Anyone else?
I think
Uh,
with share your friends and that one.
please share with your friends and family. Correct.
Yes, thank you.
Anybody else? ये जॉब एड में what is different in this job ad compared to the job ad that we saw?
वही जॉब पे है ना मैडम।
वही जॉब का है, पर there is some more details in this. Can you tell me some differences?
इसमें डिजिग्नेशन भी लिखना पड़ेगा ना मैडम?
इसमें डेजिग्नेशन है,
कौन सा रोल पे जाना पड़ेगा? ये
Correct.
designation
Promoter, stack shelves,
sales
explain
वाला है.
products. Yes. So it is giving details of the job. कि promoter is the name, पर वो job में exactly क्या करना है.
इनसाइड सेल्स है, आउटसाइड सेल्स है, ये
Correct.
सब कुछ ये वाला लिखना पड़ेगा.
Details दे रहे हैं कि रोल में exactly करना क्या है. Correct. आपने देखा कि this job has pictures.
हाँ देखा मैडम.
So this job has pictures, but the previous job ad, there is no pictures. Even the ads that we saw in your job group, job, there are no pictures.
There are no pets. Correct.
So everybody uses WhatsApp, everybody uses Facebook. You know that if you put picture or if you put a video or if you put a status, there is much more engagement and interest. So if you get a forward on WhatsApp and there is a picture, you will read it. If there is a forward on WhatsApp and it is a lot of text without a picture, will you read it or not? Chances are you will open the message, then you'll be like, okay, this is boring. And then you'll read something else, which is more attractive, which has picture, which has some animation, right? So the idea is we want to add a little bit of interesting things to the job ad to make it more interactive. So you should add a photo of women or men doing the job role. Then one more thing is frequency. So for example, you get mandate, then you will post this job ad on, you have maybe 50 groups, 100 groups. You will post this job ad on the 10 groups that are in the area. Maybe you will post 1 or 2 times. And then, like you said, you will forget about it. But what you should do is post it more number of times. So post it every 2 days, post it with higher frequency, right? What does this do? It means that by chance somebody is not active on the group and they have missed your message. 2 days later, you will post again. They might see your message. In addition to all of this, we have seen that recruiters are using 3 tools. And these tools are great because they are doing 2 things for you. One is they save your time. Second thing is that they are getting more people interested, and so you are getting more people in your candidate database. And you all know that जितना बड़ा आपका database है, it is less effort for you to fill the mandate, right? So what are these 3 interesting things? Has everybody used voice note on WhatsApp? That little mic का icon आता है, and you can post, you can use voice notes on WhatsApp. Have you all used them?
Yes, using.
Oh, man.
You're using them. Okay, great. Second tool is sharing a link to job ads, job groups on WhatsApp. So, like you said, you have right now 100 groups. Okay, you will have one for Chennai, you will have one for Coimbatore, right? Or for different sectors also, maybe. So, what is the easiest way of ensuring that instead of you going and manually hunting for people, oh, are you interested in this? I will add you to job group. Can you get the candidate to add themselves to the job group that they find interesting? So instead of you adding more people to the job group, you can just share a link to your group and you can say that I share jobs in Chennai on this group. If you are interested, please join.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Yeah, madam. That one already
Yeah,
started, madam.
You are already
Yeah.
started doing
We
it.
are started that link also, then QR code also, madam. It's
QR
both
code
we are using, madam.
You're already using that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that is great.
yeah.
Have you seen that it is improving like the time you are spending? Adding more people?
No, it
Yeah.
will take less time, madam. Once they will get any interested, they'll share that scanner or link. They will join the group immediately, madam.
Okay, that is great to hear that
Yeah,
you're already doing some very expert things. One more tool is there, that is ChatGPT. I think everybody has heard of ChatGPT. but not everybody has used ChatGPT. So sometimes you can use ChatGPT to create the job ad for you. So I want to just take some time and go through all these three tools in detail. Okay. So first one, adding a voice note explaining the job. What are the benefits of using voice note? Why should you use voice note and not just a message?
Actually, can I explain, madam?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, actually, we lot of people are just seeing the post. They don't have a time. Example, they not read for. They don't have a lot of that wanted poster will be coming. No, some candidate were not interested. Then some laziness. Okay,
Hmm.
if you send any voice note, they will understand which kind of job. Actually, our posting in voice note, it's a completely company JD is like completed 2 minutes or 3 minutes, that JD will be closed. Like which
Hmm.
kind of job, that type of, no, madam. That's why they will understand easily. In case actually I am working Bangalore location, some people are in Karnataka. That kind of some people are only using in voice note only, madam. That one also it helpful in
Correct.
different kind of people.
Different kind of people.
Yeah,
So maybe people who are not comfortable reading English.
yeah, correct.
So you can give voice note in local language also. You can use Kannada, you can use Marathi. So even if the JD is in English, you can give a voice note along with the JD and explain the job. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What are the other things that you can use a voice note for? Maybe you can use it to answer frequent questions. For example, a lot of your associates will have questions like what is PF, what is the difference between CTC and in hand, what is your ESIC contribution, what is the paid leave policy, what is this insurance benefit. You can explain all of this for the job on a voice note. So it's easy for them to hear, it's easy for them to understand also. You can also share on voice notes a couple of tips like before interviews, please ensure you're carrying your documents. Before your interviews, please ensure that you're neatly and sharply dressed. Here are some questions that the HR might ask you in your interviews, etc. Right? And the advantage is that if you don't put the voice note, the candidate is going to pick up the phone and call you and ask you the questions. So instead of that, you record the response, you put it on the group, and then whoever wants to know this information, they will just play the voice note. It is saving time. All right. One thing to note is that when you are recording a voice note, you should keep the note very short. You should write down what you want to say first and then read it out. ऐसा क्यों करना है? Because we don't want to say, actually, this job has. No, you have to be very fluent. So you should say, I am recruiting for so and so job. This job has these benefits, this location, and it has to be very smooth. Correct? So you should write down what you want to say and then record it. Always easier. Then one more thing you can do is, everybody knows how WhatsApp status works. You can add a status on WhatsApp and you can add the voice note to the WhatsApp status. So candidates can play it. Okay, this one is sharing the links to job group on the WhatsApp. You are already doing this, so I will not spend too much time on this. But I want to know, have you crafted a message like this? Please ask your friends and family who are interested to join this group. I am posting jobs from Chennai or I am posting jobs in Karnataka.
Yes, madam. We are adding that line to all messages.
You're already adding the line.
Yeah.
Okay, that is good to know.
Mentioning friends and family, we are mentioning please give reference like that sentence will be changed, madam. Simple, that's it. But not mentioning like
Both the
family
same
only.
message in WhatsApp groups are
Only
there.
We have noticed, so in our project Glow, we work especially to help companies to increase the number of women hired. And we have noticed that for women especially, referral is a very, very big source. Correct? So if you're getting 10 women, 10 men from referrals, you might get 50 women from referrals. So for women, the trust is very important. So for example, if I am a woman candidate and I have a cousin or I have a family member or I have a good friend who is working in a particular warehouse, then I can go to her and I can ask her, I also want this job. Where do you get this job from? So the reason it is important for women is because women value trust much more. For a woman, it is important to know that recruiter is a decent person, that the recruiter is trustworthy, that it is safe to apply through this channel, that her safety is guaranteed, that her information is not going to be misused. Correct? And the other thing that you would also have faced is women have to take permission from home to work a lot of times. So even if they are interested, maybe their family is not comfortable with them taking a role. So if you have a woman already in her circle, for example, her own cousin, her own sister, her own friend who is already doing the job, then that person can convince the family. The family also feels a little better saying, okay, this one woman from our community is already doing this job. So it is okay for my wife or my daughter to also do this job. Correct? So I think that for women, two things become very important. One is woman only WhatsApp groups. We have found that it makes a big difference. Why? Because if it is better in terms of safety, because then random men and random women, they are not going to harass the women. Secondly, women will feel safe in asking questions on the group, in clarifying the job on the group. And the next thing is that they will feel comfortable in adding their cousins, their sisters, their friends, their relatives to this group.
So, additionally, what happens is um, if you have a job post for women, right? You have a mandate for women candidate, and you are posting on WhatsApp group with lots of male candidates. Say, for example, on your WhatsApp group, you have 100 male candidates, but only 5 women candidate. And on that group, you are posting your job ad for women candidate. Do you think you will get a reply on that job ad from a woman? What chance? How many of you think you will get a reply?
Only few only we are getting the reply.
Yes. So you, if you have a different WhatsApp group for women candidate, if there is a separate WhatsApp group where only women candidate are there, then definitely you will get a reply for that woman job ad, right? For women
Yeah, correct.
candidate. So
Yeah,
that is
yeah,
the
correct.
idea.
Another thing that happens very commonly is that even if women join the job ad, they will see a role, for example, picker packer, and they will assume कि there are all men in this job, they are responding. So I don't know if this job is for women or not for women. So they might not respond to you. But if you have a woman only job group, then obviously all the ads that you're posting on that group are meant for women employees. So you will definitely see a lot more responses. All right, I'm going to move to the next point. If any of you have any questions or you want to share some of your experiences, then please do stop me and share. So, how many of you have heard of ChatGPT?
No, ma'am.
You have not heard of ChatGPT.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So ChatGPT is a new tool, and it is like an AI, except it is free for everybody to use. ChatGPT is a new or interesting technology, and you can use it and ask it to make things for you. For example, you can tell it, write a WhatsApp message for candidates for this particular job. This is the salary, this is the shift, and these are the specifications. So if you see on the right, they are just giving these things. And you will see at the bottom that it has created a WhatsApp message for you. You don't even have to type it. It has created a detailed WhatsApp message for you. You can just copy that message and use that message everywhere. Correct? Another thing that you can do is you can modify the message that it has created. For example, you can say, remove the emojis, remove the icons in this message. It will make the message without the icons. You can ask it to do more things also. So, since a lot of people have not used it, I think we should live demonstrate this once, just to get, just so that everybody gets an idea. So, give me an example, right? Give me an example of any job ad that you want to create, like the WhatsApp message for. Give me any mandate.
Job opening for banking sales.
Okay. Give me more details. The role is banking sales.
Banking sales need fresher candidate.
Yes.
Qualification
For
degree
both male and
mandatory.
female.
Need
Degree mandatory.
degree mandatory. One
Male
second.
or female.
Degree mandatory, male or female. Okay, 1 second.
But
So even if I give it, I just want to show you one thing. I only gave it this much information. Create WhatsApp job a message. This is the role, and I need a fresher candidate. Look at how much information it has already made, right? So it has made a very good message of a very good quality. You can talk about minimum education, perks, benefits, etc. So now let's retry this with more details, right? So create a WhatsApp message job ad. Graduation mandatory. And candidates can apply. Anything else that you want to add?
Salaries you can add, incentives,
Let's assume salary of 15,000.
incentive of minimum 4,500. PAD 150 rupees per day.
Okay.
Anything else?
bike and license mandatory.
Yeah, driving license mandatory.
Timing.
Year pass out.
Age between 21 to 35 or 34.
Okay. Now let's see what it's making. Now you want to make some changes to this message. Can you tell me anything that you want to change in this message?
This is field work. That is, you can mention, ma'am. Pure field sales.
I want the message to be shorter, and I personally don't like hashtags, so I'm removing hashtags. Anything else that you want to change in this message?
Madam, department CASA sales.
Okay. Better? This was the first
Yeah, madam.
one, if you can see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This big one was the first job. Now this is the new one.
Madam, I have one doubt, madam.
Yes.
In this GPT, like it's a only English, or can I use any other languages also, madam?
You can use any language.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
We can do it in Kannada or Tamil.
You have to set a language, but you can probably
When you type, you
change
can
the
write.
sentence.
Just check. Same message in Kannada. It should be. Yeah, here it is.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yeah.
But is it like proper? Sometimes the translation is not correct.
So that these guys can check. No, these guys are
That you
local,
can check.
so you know they can
Yes,
actually check
yes, yes.
and they can do those editing.
So it will do a lot of things for you. You can think of it like your own personal assistant. You have to tell it, make this job ad for me, make this change, remove emoji, add these details, whatever you want, right? Now, how much time did I take to
I'll
make
just
this
add
ad?
in here, Anuja, sorry, rebutting in.
Yeah.
That is it. The translation might not be a very apt translation, very
Exactly.
true
Yes.
translation. Before you post, please read and make any changes or edits that is needed, any revision that is needed. Even if you
Yeah,
ask
madam.
in Hindi, लोग अगर हिंदी में post करते हो उसको तो please एक बार पढ़ लेना before you post, because this is machine translation, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes,
Be
ma'am.
careful, because the meaning should not change when machine is translating.
Yes.
Sometimes the sentence might not read the
Properly.
way we want it to read. So only if you can read and write that language, and if you're sure, then ask for a translation. But yes, it
Yes.
does translate, and spelling mistakes will not be there. But sometimes some words
They are
might
using the
not be
wrong words.
correctly picked
Exactly.
up by the machine. Okay. So be careful there. Okay.
Just be
Yeah,
careful,
thanks.
like Niharika ma'am said, right? You have the structure of the message. It's already, it has the emoji, it has all the typing. You just have to fix the errors, read the message once. If it is okay, you can post it. Or you can make small changes and then post it.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
So you can basically use this to create job ads in different languages. You can use for different short or long message. You can tell it to even make a poster. It will give you all the content that you have to print on the poster. So this is a very interesting tool. I think technology has developed so much that all of these tools are free and everybody can use them. We also have started using these in our job. I think that you should also explore this. All you have to do to use ChatGPT is you need to have a Gmail account. I think most of us
Everyone would have it.
have a has a Gmail or Google account, and the link is chat.openai.com. So I'm just putting this in the chat of the Zoom, so you can just open it. You can explore, and it does a lot of things. All right. So I'm going to go back to our presentation now. You can, like we discussed, you can modify this message as much as you want. You can make it shorter, you can make it longer, you can add more icons, you can remove icons. In addition to that, there are three more things that you can do. Okay. Before that, are there any more questions on the chat GPT part? Any
No,
doubt?
madam. No, 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 no doubt.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Candidate designation.
Okay. So there are a couple of more details that you might include to increase the effectiveness of your job ad. Now, the way you think about this is job ad should help you to build trust with the candidate, especially if it's a woman candidate, even if it is a male candidate. If the candidate has choice between two recruiters from two different companies, they will go with the company that they trust more. So company which has better reputation, company which has better recruiter. So you should always try and build trust with the candidate through your job ad. Now, what sort of job ad do you think is trustworthy, and which sort of job ads do you think feel like a scam? For example, you'll get a lot of emails or messages saying, register now, win free money, something, something, play rummy online, win 1 crore, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So we know that these are not very trustworthy. Why do you not trust them? I'll tell you my perspective. It is because they don't have details. If you look at the website in detail, you will understand that this is some fraud, or it is some company that you have never heard of, or they are asking for details which they don't need, like your bank account, right? So, similarly, with WhatsApp messages, your message should be trustworthy. So, you should include a lot of details. Say that you place hundreds of candidates every year. You can add positive feedback from candidates. For example, after you place the candidate, when you ask them for referral, you can say, can you give some feedback for me that Mr. Selvan helped me get a job? So, some message like that. And you can share that in the group. Or you can add a status or a photo with the candidate saying, congratulations on your placement in so and so company. And you can just add like one selfie or one photo with the candidate that you have placed. Now, why is this important? Because there is proof that you are a legitimate recruiter, that you are placing many candidates in jobs, and people can see your status, they can see the messages, they can see the feedback, and so they will trust you more. Second thing you can do, and this is something that you have to check with Pritesh sir before you do, is sometimes you can add logo of the employer.
No. So it's a strict no for us. We
It's a
don't
strict no for
add
you.
any of our clients' logo when we
Okay.
do job postings.
Okay.
Either in maybe shine.com or your Apna Jobs, or even in WhatsApp messages, we avoid using the names and the logos. And once the candidate share his or her resume, then the candidate,
we
we
get-
talk to the person individually, and then we tell them all this. So
Okay.
using logos is a
Correct. So every company has a different policy. Policy is not to share logo, but you can say that for a major Indian bank, for a large PSU, or some description about the client, you can definitely share. Third thing, I think we already discussed a little bit, and that is using the local language in communication. Sometimes you have good candidates, but they are not comfortable with English. They might not even be comfortable with Hindi, right? I'm speaking as a Maharashtrian myself. Having a job ad or at least a voice note in local language, whether it is Marathi, whether it is Telugu, whether it is Kannada, whether it is Urdu, it will help, because there are a lot of candidates who are good candidates who might just not be comfortable with English, right? So I want to just go into these in a little bit of detail. So number one, you can add a WhatsApp status, or you can add a message in your group. So if the candidates you have got are from one particular WhatsApp group, like you said, anyway, it is inactive for 2-3 months until a new mandate comes. Why not post a status, or why not post an update, right? You can say that congratulations to 20 candidates placed from this group. So that will keep excitement and engagement high in the group. People will ask you themselves, do you have more jobs? I am from this group. I am from this location. You can share three things in these statuses. One is number of openings. Secondly, how many candidates you have placed. And third is positive feedback. So these are three different things. For example, if you have a big mandate, okay, you have to place 50 people, 100 people somewhere in the next 5 days. You can say, hurry, apply soon. We have already filled 10 positions out of 50. If you are interested, please message me. Or you can add, I've already placed 25 candidates with this company, looking to place 50 more. You can definitely add positive feedback. Mr. Money helped me get a job with reputed bank in India. So these details will build a lot of trust with the candidates who are there in your WhatsApp groups. Then another thing you can do is, sometimes the candidate does not know what exactly the job is. For example, hire sorters. Now, people who have not worked in warehouse before, people who are fresher, they might not understand what is a sorter. What does it do? So just add one line saying you will sort parcel in the warehouse and 15 openings are already filled. You can also add a photo which shows that, oh, this is the actual job. This is a real job. This one we've agreed that does not add logos of employees. So we will skip that. The third one, create a job post in a local language, right? We've already discussed this. So they've just shown an example here for Hindi. You can do two things. One is you can type in Hindi itself or type in Kannada itself. Second is you can type in English but use the Hindi words. So both of those options are shown here. Sometimes you don't feel comfortable to create the post in Kannada, like using the local script, but you can write in English anyway. As long as people understand it, it's okay. So I just want to pause here and share with you like a recap of the various things that we have covered, right? So in a job ad, firstly, we discussed we are going to give more details about what the job role is, what is the description of the job, what is the salary, out of that, how much is ESIC, how much is PF. Then you're going to definitely share your contact number and name. You're also going to share about as a company, so that we are a reputed recruiter. We have been working in this space for 30 years. We will give you a free job. You will add that men and women can apply or freshers can apply, to ensure that people don't look at the job and go, okay, maybe this is not for me. Share the location, share the timings, share benefits, especially if there is pickup drop service, if there is a free meal. That is very attractive for candidates. Then one last thing is, you should definitely add a request to refer their family and friends and to join a WhatsApp group, whatever group that you think they should be part of, with the link or QR code. Idea is that you keep building these groups and keep increasing your database of candidates. I think the biggest struggle that recruiters face today, especially while placing women, is that the database is only so small. Out of that, half the candidates may or may not go through the interviews. So, step one to place more women is increase the database of women candidates. So, make separate women only WhatsApp groups, add women can apply, add this link or share the link of the group and say, please ask your friends or ask your relatives to join if interested. And keep sharing the job ad every 2-3 days. And definitely share the benefits.